NNDPRA, and SP Global Commodity Insight. This gathering here in Abuja is not just a conference, it is a bold step towards regional transformation. It underscores our shared resolve to reposition West Africa as a competitive force in the global refined fuel market. This convergence reflects the agenda of the federal government, a vision that emphasizes energy security, economic growth, and institutional excellence. Our journey to this point was shaped by robust legislative action. The Petroleum Industry Act of 2021 stands as one of Nigeria's most significant energy reform, an outcome of persistent advocacy, wide stakeholder engagement, and legislative foresight. One of the Act's most notable outcomes is the creation of the NNDPRA, conceived not just as a regulatory body, but as an independent, commercially minded, and technically proficient institution. Today, the authority exemplifies what can be achieved when policy, leadership, and vision align. Today, there is a 65% drop in petrol imports, proving that our investments in local refining are delivering results. There is 35% reduction in cross-border fuel smuggling, safeguarding billions of naira and strengthening market integrity. Each of these milestones reflects not only regulatory success, but national progress towards self-reliance and industry resilience. Distinguished guests, such achievements do not happen by chance. They are a product of clear vision, committee leadership, and technical expertise. The NNDPRA, under the leadership of Farouk Ahmed, deserves special recognition. They were once described by the President as a steady hand in transformative era. Engineer Ahmed-led NNDPRA has redefined what it means to lead a regulatory body. Under his guidance, NNDPRA has become a respected institution, balancing investor interests with public accountability and driving reforms with integrity and innovation. Equally commendable is the partnership between NNDPRA and S&P Global Commodity Insight, a synergy of local regulatory insight and global analytical excellence. Through this partnership, we have witnessed improved price transparency, credible data analysis, and enhanced market efficiency. These elements are crucial in guiding policy decisions, attracting private investment, and positioning West Africa within global energy value chains. S&P commitment to these regions affirms our market potential and future relevance on the world stage. As lawmakers, our duty extends beyond mere drafting legislation. We are dedicated to maintaining momentum through targeted legislative support. We will continue to advocate reforms that improve regulatory effectiveness and competitiveness. We are in the process of amending the PRA to address its imperfection, especially as it affects downstream operation. Our oversight will be firm but constructive, focused on performance, transparency, and innovation. We will continue to push for adequate funding to empower NNDPRA to expand, modernize, and build capacity. We are mindful that this progress is happening amidst global headwinds, geopolitical uncertainty, supply chain disruption, and climate-related pressure. But these challenges are not insurmountable. They call for collaboration, policy foresight, and resilient institutions. Our committee will continue to support NNDPRA and partners like S&P to ensure they are equipped to manage volatility and sustain public trust. Looking ahead, we envision a West Africa with adequate local refining capacity, transparent and efficient fuel markets with fair pricing, stable regulatory environment that attract private sector investment. Achieving this vision demands shared responsibility among regulators, industry players, development institutions, and the Parliament. We must innovate, digitize, and humanize our regulatory approaches, ensuring that policy serves the people while enabling growth. We must strive to eschew monopolistic tendencies that are more likely to create unfavorable conditions for the Nigerian petroleum market and likely to be at variance with the various antitrust laws. As we deliberate over the coming days, let us do so with purpose and clarity. This is not just about fuel pricing or compliance, it is about energy security, economic justice, and regional prosperity. Let our conversation be data-driven, solution-oriented, and people-focused. Let us commit to provide a refined fuel market that is competitive, transparent, resilient, and anchored by policy, powered by partnership, and inspired by purpose. As I stand before this distinguished forum today to address the future of the West African refined petroleum market, I must declare without hesitation, we, the framers and custodians of the Petroleum Industry Act, did not labor for 2 decades to replace the past with a new kind of reign of uncertainty, a system where regulators are dismissed on a whim on the scent of disagreement. Let me be crystal clear. A regulator is not appointed to be liked. A regulator is not an ice cream seller. A regulator is appointed to lead, to be focused, consistent, and firm in driving policy, process, structure, and strategic direction. We will not tread. Both the NUPRC and NDPRS stand today as first of their kind regulatory bodies in the history of our petroleum industry. They represent a tectonic shift from decades of policy uncertainty to an era of institutional predictability and clarity. This is not mere rhetoric. This is what is unlocking billions of dollars in investment confidence from across the globe. Let me say it again, billions of dollars are now pouring into our sector, not by chance, but by reason of consistency, transparency, and leadership stability. In closing, I extend profound appreciation to the NNDPRO leadership and staff and the SMP, and also for turning legislative intent into a real-world impact. I also wish to appreciate those investors who have made the current petroleum market viable through their various investments in our petroleum sector, especially our model refinery owners, investors in gas distribution infrastructure, and also Dangote refinery that have taken to Nigeria out of its present problem of non-availability of PMS. We salute you for what you have done for the country. To S&P Global, thank you for bringing global best practices into our local energy conversation. To all stakeholders present, I urge you to build lasting partnership and commit to outcomes and commit to action that will help to move the needle forward for our nation and our region. Together, let us fuel a future of energy security, prosperity, and institutional excellence. Thank you.
10:30 at the National Assembly Library. And part of the issue that we're taking decision tomorrow is on that particular issue, the OVH acquisition issue, the refinery issues, and a whole lot of other issues tomorrow. So me not telling you my mindset, we already have a mindset on that matter. So me telling you something here now, it may make it to the news before my members are to Delhi, because after that I will brief the media tomorrow, after the end of the meeting. There's other controversial issues we will take tomorrow. It will attract global investors because they need credibility, not in data, but information and regulatory issues. So NNDPRA working together with S&P goes a long way to enhance our credibility in the global oil market, and it will definitely attract investors. So it's something that is of improvement. It's something that normally they wouldn't have, thought about coming to Nigeria. But the Nigerian downstream sector and the West African downstream sector is expanding, starting with domestic refining. So S&P and other global ratings have no option than to come here in Nigeria because this is the new future. So it's a good development. The Nigerian problem is a West African problem. These are guided by different West African country regulations. So this is something that can be channeled through the ECOWAS Parliament and the ECOWAS regional bodies to find a way to have a kind of centralized system that will allow these products to be used in different regions with the same measurement. Thank you.